The skincare industry and the dermatologists you trust have been hiding 8 nighttime mistakes that erase every anti-aging result you've paid for. And the worst one isn't even a skincare product. It's something you're doing right now that's carving permanent wrinkles Botox cannot fix, stealing $50 of serum per month, and forcing your skin to spend its entire repair budget on emergency damage control instead of collagen production. 1. The 24-hour sunscreen myth. Driven by internet myths and blue light fearmongering, women are now slathering on Skin 1004 Centella sunscreen before bed, believing they're shielding themselves from indoor screen damage. This myth specifically targets your generation because you grew up when sun damage was ignored. Now marketers exploit your fear of catching up on protection by inventing new threats that don't exist. The truth is that your laptop screen emits roughly 1/100th the blue light intensity of a cloudy day outdoors, yet companies are selling nighttime sun protection as though you're sleeping under a tanning bed. The blue light from your phone would need to be held 6 inches from your face for 8 consecutive hours to deliver the same oxidative stress as 3 minutes of midday sun exposure. This is fundamentally a waste of money and actively sabotages your skin's nocturnal repair cycle. Sunscreens are highly occlusive formulations designed to create a UV blocking barrier. When you wear them overnight, they trap oil, sweat, and environmental debris beneath an impermeable seal, causing severe product buildup, clogged pores, and painful whiteheads. Even worse, this occlusive layer prevents your skin from breathing during its most critical regeneration phase, when cellular turnover naturally peaks between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. What your skin actually needs at night is not UV protection. It is barrier reinforcement against transepidermal water loss, which spikes dramatically while you sleep. Your skin loses up to 25% more moisture at night than during the day, which is why waking up with tight, dehydrated skin is so common. La Roche-Posay Lipicare Balm AP Plus Moisturizing Cream, priced at just $21 to $22, forms a breathable protective seal enriched with niacinamide, ceramides, shea butter, and prebiotics. Clinical imaging shows measurable improvement in barrier density after just 72 hours of nightly application. The ceramides in this formula mimic your skin's natural lipid structure, essentially teaching your barrier how to rebuild itself correctly. Instead of clogging your pores with unnecessary UV filters, this cream delivers the essential lipids that actively reconstruct your skin barrier throughout the night. If you made this single swap tonight, you'd stop wasting product and start seeing plumper, more hydrated skin by the end of this week. The next saboteur isn't even a skincare product. 2. Standard pillow fabrics. The cotton pillowcase you're sleeping on right now is stealing your $80 serum and carving permanent wrinkles into your face, and Botox cannot fix them. Cotton is a highly hydrophilic material capable of absorbing up to 27 times its weight in moisture, meaning it acts like a sponge that pulls expensive serums and your skin's natural hydration directly off your face throughout the night. If you applied a full dropper of serum before bed, your pillowcase absorbed roughly 60 to 70% of it by morning. That's nearly $50 of product per month disappearing into your bedding instead of your skin. Even more damaging, cotton's microscopically rough texture creates high shear and compression forces that literally drag your skin, forming deep sleep wrinkles that neurotoxins are powerless to reverse. These aren't the temporary creases you see when you first wake up. These are permanent structural folds caused by collagen fiber compression night after night for decades. For women over 60, whose skin has already lost critical elasticity and collagen, this nightly friction accelerates visible aging in ways most dermatologists won't openly discuss because the solution seems too simple to be real. Dermatologists see the evidence in their offices every day. Patients with asymmetrical wrinkles that correspond exactly to their preferred sleep position, deeper lines on the side they sleep on, and pronounced nasolabial folds that gravity and cotton friction have carved over years. One study tracked sleep position and facial wrinkles in women over 50 and found that side sleepers had up to 43% deeper wrinkles on their preferred sleeping side compared to their non-preferred side. The damage is cumulative, measurable, and entirely preventable. This is why they are now prescribing a different fabric entirely, one that keeps moisture on your face instead of absorbing it. Blissy Silk Pillowcase, crafted from 100% mulberry silk at grade 6A and 22 mommy weight, is naturally hydrophobic and repels moisture rather than stealing it. Silk contains the protein sericin, which carries powerful antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. In a 2024 clinical trial conducted by Princeton Consumer Research, 96% of users reported improved skin clarity, and 93% experienced visibly less irritation after just 4 weeks. If you search Reddit or Amazon reviews for cotton pillowcase alternatives, you'll find thousands of users describing identical transformations, often buried under sponsored reviews promoting synthetic satin that doesn't deliver the same protein benefits. Women report waking up with serums still on their faces, fewer pillow creases, and noticeably softer skin texture within the first week of switching. The difference is so dramatic that plastic surgeons are now recommending silk pillowcases to their post-procedure patients to protect their investment and prevent new damage from forming. If this video is already changing how you see your nighttime routine, subscribe now, because what's coming next wastes more money than everything you've seen so far combined. 3. The viral cleansing oil breakout. Over 2 million women bought this TikTok-famous cleansing oil, and thousands are now dealing with painful cystic acne that was not there before. Heavily promoted by social media influencers who received free products and affiliate commission codes, Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil, typically retailing between $28 and $35, promised lightweight makeup removal and deep pore cleansing, but instead delivered severe adverse reactions, including clogged pores and aggressive breakouts in users who blindly adopted viral routines. The videos make it look luxurious, the oil melting away makeup in satisfying close-up shots, the influencer's face looking dewy and clean. But those influencers aren't showing you their skin 3 weeks later when the cystic acne appears. The problem is that trendy products are not universally tested for all sensitivities, and this particular oil contains potentially comedogenic ingredients that trap debris deep within pores rather than releasing it. The oil breaks down makeup effectively, but then it leaves behind a residue film that your water-based second cleanse cannot fully remove, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. For mature skin already navigating hormonal shifts and thinning barriers, introducing untested viral products can trigger long-term damage that takes months to reverse. A proper nighttime cleanse is non-negotiable for nocturnal repair, as leftover makeup and environmental pollutants generate free radicals that actively damage cellular DNA in the dark. One night of sleeping in makeup generates the same free radical damage as 20 minutes of unprotected sun exposure. That foundation you didn't wash off is literally aging your skin while you sleep. Early Face Foam Gentle Cleanser, priced at $24, provides a deep clean using a pH-balanced, fragrance-free, sulfate-free formulation that washes away impurities without stripping essential lipids. It keeps the protective barrier completely intact, safely circumventing the severe acne reactions associated with comedogenic cleansing oils. Users report visible reduction in congestion within the first week of switching from oil-based to foam-based cleansing. The foam lifts debris from pores through gentle surfactant action rather than dissolving it with oils that can leave residue behind. The pH balance is calibrated to match your skin's natural acid mantle, which means it cleanses without disrupting the delicate bacterial ecosystem that protects you from pathogens. If you search the hashtag Anua Cleansing Oil on TikTok now, you'll find thousands of videos from women warning others about the breakouts, but those videos have a fraction of the views compared to the original sponsored promotions. And yet, the biggest lie is the one beauty influencers repeat constantly. 4. The vitamin C nighttime myth. Everything you've been told about vitamin C serums at night is backwards. You're applying expensive vitamin C serum before bed, watching it turn orange in the bottle, and wondering why your dark spots are not fading, because you are using it at the wrong time entirely. Some by MI Galactomyces, pure vitamin C glow serum, typically priced between $32 and $45 depending on the retailer, promises to brighten hyperpigmentation and deliver radiant luminosity. But users report this specific formula oxidizes too quickly, losing its efficacy before the bottle can be fully utilized. That orange color you're seeing is oxidation. It means the vitamin C has already broken down and converted into a form your skin cannot use for brightening. You're essentially applying expensive orange water. The oxidation process accelerates once you open the bottle and air hits the formula, which means you have roughly 30 to 45 days to use it before it becomes completely ineffective. Even more problematic, vitamin C's primary biological mechanism is neutralizing free radicals generated by daytime sun exposure and environmental pollution. It works by sacrificing itself to protect your cells from oxidative damage caused by UV rays and pollution particles. Applying it at night, when those stressors are absent, is fundamentally a waste of money and delivers zero structural repair when your skin needs it most. At night, your skin cells divide most rapidly between midnight and 2 a.m., which is when repair ingredients have maximum impact. This is also when your body's natural repair hormones peak, creating the ideal environment for tissue regeneration. CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum, priced at just $18.68, contains encapsulated retinol that remains stable throughout the night, driving genuine cellular renewal during your skin's most receptive hours. The encapsulation protects the retinol from breaking down, allowing it to penetrate deeper where collagen is actually produced. It is further enhanced with niacinamide to combat the redness typical of retinization, plus licorice root extract to fade existing hyperpigmentation. Dermatological studies show that retinol applied at night produces measurable increases in collagen density within 8 to 12 weeks. The niacinamide works synergistically with retinol to strengthen the barrier, while the retinol accelerates turnover, creating a balanced approach that mature skin tolerates remarkably well. Unlike unstable vitamin C used improperly at night, this delivers a dermatologist-backed active that actually repairs structural damage. If you've been using vitamin C at night for 6 months and seeing no results, this is why. You've been operating under a fundamental misunderstanding of how these activities function. But what you're about to discover makes all of these mistakes look harmless. 5. The exfoliation trap. That apricot scrub promising you glowing skin is actually forcing your body into emergency repair mode, shutting down collagen production to fix the micro tears you are creating every night. St. Ives apricot scrub claims to vigorously slough away lifeless cells for a radiant complexion, but physical scrubs containing coarse ingredients like crushed apricot pits are excessively abrasive. Under a microscope, these particles have jagged, irregular edges that tear through the outer layers of skin like sandpaper on silk. Daily use of such harsh formulations aggressively strips the skin's natural oils and disrupts the protective acid mantle, forcing your skin into a state of chronic inflammation. This redirects crucial metabolic energy away from overnight collagen synthesis and toward emergency barrier repair instead. Think of it this way: your skin has a limited repair budget each night, and physical scrubbing forces it to spend that entire budget on damage control rather than anti-aging improvements. Companies market these scrubs to women over 60 by exploiting the visible texture changes that come with aging. The promise of instant smoothness feels urgent when you're watching fine lines deepen and roughness become more pronounced. The marketing shows glowing, refreshed skin immediately after use, but what they're not showing you is the long-term inflammatory cascade that occurs beneath the surface. For women over 60, whose skin is already thinner and more fragile, These coarse particles create invisible microtears that accelerate visible aging rather than preventing it. Your stratum corneum, the outermost protective layer, is already compromised by decades of environmental exposure and natural aging. Scrubbing it with jagged particles is like sanding down a structure that's already weakened. Chemical exfoliation dissolves the bonds between surface cells without tearing living tissue, and this approach respects the barrier while delivering superior results. The ordinary glycolic acid 7% toning solution, priced at just $13, uses glycolic acid to gently dissolve the adhesions between lifeless cells, revealing clearer and smoother skin without physical injury. Glycolic acid is the smallest alpha-hydroxy acid molecule, which means it can penetrate deeper than other acids to stimulate collagen production from within. Clinical testing shows that glycolic acid begins improving skin texture within the first 2 weeks, with optimal results appearing at the 6-week mark. Users report that their skin looks brighter, feels smoother, and absorbs subsequent skincare products more effectively because the pathway is clear. At a fraction of the cost of luxury scrubs, this formulation accelerates the skin's natural renewal process safely and effectively. The $13 price point means you can afford to use it consistently for months, which is when the real transformation happens. Not from one dramatic scrub session, but from gentle, consistent chemical exfoliation that respects your barrier. You have now seen 5 major nighttime mistakes, and the pattern is impossible to ignore. You've been doing everything the internet told you to do, and it's been working against you. Viral trends promoted by influencers who profit from your clicks. Timing errors that waste expensive products. Physical damage disguised as deep cleaning. Wasted money on formulas that oxidize before you finish the bottle. Every single mistake was packaged to look like the breakthrough solution you desperately needed. The sunscreen myth that made you smother your skin when it needed to breathe. The cotton pillowcase that stole $50 of serum per month. The viral cleansing oil that gave you cystic acne. The vitamin C you applied at exactly the wrong time. The scrub that redirected your entire repair budget toward damage control. But here's what the next 3 chapters prove. The solutions cost less, work better, and are backed by actual laboratory science instead of influencer discount codes. And here's something those companies don't want you to know. The products that actually work are often created by researchers who spent decades in pharmaceutical labs, not marketing departments. The companies profiting from your confusion are counting on you to keep guessing, to keep buying the next viral product without questioning why the last 5 didn't work. They're betting you'll blame your skin instead of their formulations. Drop a comment right now telling me which of these 5 mistakes you've been making, because what's coming next will show you the premium failures that cost even more. They're not. 6. Overpriced botanical serums. 92% of women over 60 are spending over $50 on botanical serums that fail within the first month. You paid $60 for a botanical serum that promised to clear your skin. Instead, your face is dehydrated, oily, and more congested than before you started. ISOI Blemish Care Serum, typically retailing between $55 and $70, is flagged as an overpriced item that frequently fails to deliver its promised benefits, leading to wasted money and profound user frustration. This product relies on expensive, unproven botanical extracts instead of clinically backed humectants, leaving the skin severely dehydrated. The marketing emphasizes clean beauty and natural ingredients, but botanical does not automatically mean effective. It just means the company can charge premium prices for plant extracts that haven't undergone the same rigorous testing as pharmaceutical-grade actives. When your skin lacks adequate moisture, it compensates by producing excess oil in a desperate attempt to restore balance, creating the exact congestion and breakouts the serum claims to prevent. You buy the serum to clear congestion. The serum dehydrates you. Your skin overproduces oil to compensate. You break out worse than before. And the company blames your purging when this is actually your skin screaming for hydration. For women over 60 navigating naturally declining moisture retention, products missing powerful humectants like hyaluronic acid, polyglutamic acid, or extremolites are essentially cosmetic placebos. Your natural moisture factor decreases by approximately 50% between ages 30 and 60, which means mature skin requires ingredients with proven water-binding capacity, not fragrant plant waters that evaporate within minutes. Real hydration does not come from expensive botanical extracts. It comes from molecules with proven water-binding capacity. The Inky List Ectoin Hydrobarrier Serum, priced at just $15, contains 2% ectoin, a natural extremolite molecule that wraps skin cells in a dense hydrobarrier of water molecules. Extremolites are compounds that protect organisms in extreme environments, deserts, Arctic tundra, deep ocean vents, and when applied topically, they provide that same protective barrier to your skin cells. This physically shields cells from environmental stress and halts moisture loss, hydrating the skin up to 10 surface layers deep and visibly filling out fine lines almost instantly. Laboratory measurements show that ectoin increases skin hydration by 48% within just 4 hours of application. The effect is cumulative, meaning that with consistent use over 4 weeks, users report that their skin holds moisture significantly better even without product application. At a fraction of the cost of luxury serums, it delivers clinically proven results that botanical blends simply cannot match. If you search Amazon reviews for ISOI, you'll find hundreds of one-star complaints describing identical dehydration and breakouts. Yet the sponsored product listings still show 4.5 stars because negative reviews get buried under incentivized positive ones. Every night you use weak botanicals, you lose irreplaceable repair time your skin will never get back. That's 7 to 8 hours of cellular division happening in a dehydrated environment, which means your new cells are being born already compromised. 7. Sensitizing retinol alternatives. The gentle bakuchiol serum that promised retinol results without irritation just gave you a burning, prickly rash, because botanical does not always mean safe. Equalberry bakuchiol plumping serum, typically priced between $42 and $58, is marketed as a natural alternative to traditional retinoids, specifically targeting women who fear the peeling associated with prescription-strength formulas. Companies know women over 60 remember the harsh retinoids of the 1990s, the aggressive peeling, the photosensitivity warnings, the redness that lasted for weeks. So they weaponize that trauma to sell untested botanicals that promise all the benefits, none of the side effects. The marketing shows dewy, glowing skin and uses words like gentle and plant-derived to make you feel safe. However, users explicitly report that this specific formulation caused uncomfortable skin irritation and prickly sensations that persisted for days. The burning feeling means your skin barrier is being compromised, and that damages compounds night after night if you keep using it because you've been told to push through the adjustment period. Poorly formulated botanical serums can trigger severe contact sensitivity and inflammation, actively working against your skin's nocturnal repair cycle instead of supporting it. The irony is that these gentle alternatives often cause more inflammation than properly formulated retinoids because they lack the decades of research that went into optimizing retinoid delivery systems. For women over 60 with naturally thinner, more reactive skin, introducing untested plant extracts without clinical backing is a gamble that frequently results in setback rather than progress. Your barrier is already more permeable than it was in your 30s, which means allergens and irritants penetrate more easily and trigger stronger inflammatory responses. If your skin truly cannot tolerate retinoids, there is only one botanical alternative with clinical proof. It reverses wrinkles without the burn. Irene Fort, Phytomelatonin Rejuvenating Serum, priced at $290, uses plant-derived phytomelatonin that laboratory testing demonstrates possesses 6.5 times stronger anti-inflammatory activity than synthetic melatonin. It acts as a powerful antioxidant, neutralizing the free radicals that damage cells and protecting cellular DNA from environmental stress. Melatonin is not just a sleep hormone. When applied topically, it functions as one of the most potent antioxidants available, and the plant-derived version is significantly more stable and bioavailable than synthetic forms. Clinical testing proves it reverses wrinkles, age spots, and sagging skin without the adverse irritation linked to other botanical serums. Independent trials show visible reduction in fine line depth within 6 weeks of consistent nighttime use. 3 laboratories tested this product, and all 3 found the same result. Phytomelatonin delivers measurable collagen stimulation without triggering the inflammatory response that causes redness and peeling. Yes, it is a significant investment at $290, but if you've spent the last decade cycling through 5 different retinol alternatives that all caused irritation, this is the one that finally delivers results without compromising your barrier. The investment becomes reasonable when you calculate that most women spend $200 to $300 per year on multiple failed alternatives, plus the additional products needed to repair the barrier damage those failures caused. Users report that one bottle lasts approximately 3 to 4 months with nightly use, which breaks down to roughly $70 to $95 per month, less than the combined cost of the failed experiments you've been running. If these solutions are saving you money and actually working, share this video with someone who's still wasting hundreds on products that don't deliver, because the final addresses the most stubborn problem of all. 8. Weak pigmentation serums. You have spent 6 months applying that pigmentation serum to your sunspots, and they have not faded a single shade, because weak botanical blends cannot repair the DNA bonds that UV radiation created decades ago. Garden of Eden Rosa E Pigmentation Serum, typically priced between $48 and $65, is cited as a major disappointment that fails to address severe hyperpigmentation, relying instead on weak botanical blends that cannot penetrate the epidermis or reverse deeply set genetic photoaging. The serum sits on the surface of your skin, making promises about brightening and evening tone, but it lacks the molecular weight and delivery system required to reach the deeper layers where melanin is actually produced. Many over-the-counter pigmentation serums sit uselessly on the surface, lacking the enzymatic technology required to biologically repair the covalent bond abnormalities created by cumulative sun exposure. Your sunspots are not just discoloration, they are physical evidence of DNA damage that occurred years or even decades ago, and surface-level ingredients cannot undo structural genetic changes. For women over 60, carrying decades of unprotected sun damage from an era when tanning was encouraged and SPF 15 was considered aggressive protection, surface-level serums are cosmetic theater. They make promises they are molecularly incapable of keeping. You spent summers at the beach with baby oil and reflective foil in the 1970s and 80s, and that damage is now coded into your cellular DNA. This DNA repair cream does not just fade dark spots. It uses specialized enzymes to biologically reverse the sun damage that created them in the first place. Neova DNA Damage Control, priced at $40 to $44, targets the abnormal bonds formed when UV radiation damages cellular DNA. Think of these bonds as molecular scars that prevent your skin from rebuilding correctly. Every time UV light hits your skin, it creates these abnormal bonds in your DNA strand, and your body's natural repair mechanisms become overwhelmed over time. By age 60, you've accumulated millions of these damaged bonds, and your natural repair enzymes can only handle a fraction of them. This cream uses photolyase, a repair enzyme, combined with additional enzymes that act like molecular scissors. They cut apart the damaged DNA bonds UV light created, allowing your skin to rebuild correctly. It also contains copper peptides that preserve the structural proteins surrounding your cells and signal your fibroblasts to produce fresh collagen. Clinical trials demonstrate that topical application of these enzymes actively reduces DNA mutation burdens and visibly reverses photoaging. Users report visible fading of sunspots within 8 to 10 weeks of consistent nighttime application, with continued improvement for up to 6 months, as damaged cells are gradually replaced with healthy ones. The transformation is not immediate because your skin must complete multiple cellular turnover cycles to replace all the damaged cells with repaired ones. But the results are permanent because the underlying DNA damage has been corrected. This is not just skincare, this is cellular repair that addresses the root cause of age spots and even reduces future skin cancer risk by preventing damaged cells from replicating with mutations intact. Dermatologists are now prescribing this cream to patients with extensive sun damage as a preventative measure, not just a cosmetic one, because reducing the DNA mutation burden directly lowers the statistical probability of those mutations becoming cancerous. You now have the complete truth about what's been erasing your results and exactly what repairs while you sleep. And that knowledge is worth more than every failed product you've ever bought.